Hey, movie lovers. You can enjoy Real Nerds Podcast in many ways. You can go to our website, realnerdspodcast.com. There you'll find articles and the podcast. You can go to our YouTube channel, and you will see the Real Nerds Pod Show. We're also on Blue Sky. Hey, did you know Facebook is still a thing for people? Yep, we're on there too. We are also on Threads. There are many ways to interact with us. All our film adventures are posted on Instagram. If you have a social media account, you can find the Real Nerds Podcast.
Good evening. I'm Robert Stack, and you are listening to Real Nerds Podcast, which will make you want to hang yourself by the neck in your fucking closet.
Camera, action!
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd can...
talk film! I'm sorry.
Take it outside.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action! Real nerds.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Real Nerds Podcast. I am Ryan. I am joined, as always, by my buddy Brad.
Hey, I'm here.
You are here, and we're in my house.
Yeah, we're doing this on the
6
board.
weeks in a row, I think we've been in person.
Yeah, you know, the bug is nice, but it's nice to do it at home sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's super nice. And so, yeah, thanks for coming over, Brad. Every week, we see a new movie, and we podcast our experience to the world. This week, we saw Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. Stay tuned, where we'll recommend the film or not, play the trailer, then spoil it. It's 20 years old. Does it count? Well, I guess there's kind of some new stuff in it. And then we'll also talk about the nerd news, and there is some nerd news this week, and stuff we watched throughout the week. It's what we do, Brad.
Yeah.
We just celebrated our film explosion.
2015
redo.
And now we're working on 2025.
I know.
In 3 weeks.
3 weeks. So it comes up really fast.
How do you feel about your list so far? Because I'm like...
I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know yet.
Yeah. Like, my list has like 8 movies that are like fighting for those 5 through 10 spots.
Yeah, I feel the same way because I've been rewatching a lot of them, and I haven't been posting about them because I don't know what I think about them, and I'm trying to keep objective when I look at it. I think I know who Zach's going to pick for his favorite, but other than that, I mean, I actually think this year's been pretty good for movies, so I'm kind of struggling deciding what I want to put on my list because I don't even know what my favorite movie of the year is.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I also feel there's so many movies I think are really cool this year, but is it the best movie? I don't know.
Yeah, there's no like slam dunks for me yet.
Yeah.
There's like there's a lot of good, there's a lot of okay. And
Yeah.
Like, the okay far outweighs the good.
Yeah, you know, in years like this, because this year's way better than last year. You know, I've said this many times. How many times have I watched it? How do I feel when I watch it? You know, so that's where I'm kind of at. And
what special or unique thing does it have
versus
other movies? Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, then I start, is this really the best movie of the year, or is this the one I had the most fun watching? So that's where I'm kind of waffling right now. Because, you know, a movie like One Battle After Another, I think is a really cool movie, but I don't know if it's my favorite movie.
Right.
You know, because it's a well-made movie. I was entertained throughout the whole thing. But I don't know.
Is it something that's going to sit on your shelf later and like you're going to go to very often? Or?
Yeah, it's going to be one of those movies that, it's a Black Friday sale, and I'll get it. You know, I'm not going to pre-order it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel yet. I'm in this weird purgatory, I guess is a better word to say for it. So, yeah. I'm thinking about it, and I don't know what to do.
Same, yeah.
But I'll figure it out.
We have to.
Yeah, I mean, that's my second job. So, yeah. Do you want to just dive right into it?
Yeah.
Sweet. This week, we saw Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. Brad, do you recommend Kill Bill?
Yes, absolutely. It's really frustrating that I waited 20 years to pick up the Blu-rays of this movie. The Lionsgate Steelbooks were amazing, and I bought them like December, I think, or January this year, thinking, yep, they're never going to release the whole thing together. And son of a bitch, it comes out now, and it's amazing. I think it's a better movie together. Granted, like you could watch the individuals back to back. Like this movie even has an intermission, but something about like sitting there and like having the whole theatrical experience and just following the bride's journey so like concurrently. It like everything, like I saw more stuff that I hadn't seen before, and like everything made more sense, I guess. More impact.
I agree 100%. I always thought the Kill Bill movies were good, but they weren't like mind blowing to me.
Right.
But when I sat down and I watched this, and Zach was there with me, so thanks for coming with me, Zach. When I sat there, and I felt the same thing. I go, man, this movie is almost 5 hours long. It didn't feel like 5 hours.
No.
I enjoyed everything with it. And then the glaring part 2, where it's not as a big of a roller coaster,
right,
doesn't feel as glaring to me.
Yeah.
Not that part 2's bad. I actually think it's a good movie. It's just you're coming down from the high of part 1.
Yeah, the part 1's so action oriented.
Yeah.
And 2 is a lot of philosophy.
Yeah. Here's a trailer for Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair.
Once upon a time, around the year 2003, there began a legend of bloody revenge. That was the warm-up round.
You and I have unfinished business.
Baby, you ain't kidding. That woman deserves her revenge. And we deserve to die.
You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you?
Yeah, I kind of did.
Hi.
Come on. Well, give me the gore details. And we're talking the whole shebang.
I've killed a hell of a lot of people to get to this point. And when I arrive at my destination, I am gonna kill Bill.
This is what you get for fucking around with Yakuzas! Go home to your mother!
But yeah, if you don't know, I mean, this movie's now 21 and 20 years old. It follows Uma Thurman, and she's the bride at the beginning of the film, where she's targeted for assassination, and we think she dies. She does not. We find out that she's part of an assassination group led by Bill, who is David Carradine, and they each have some snake name, and she's on a mission to find them because not only did they kill her, but she was pregnant. And
yeah, the group had a name, and I can't remember what it was.
It's the Vipers, right? It's the Vipers?
Something Vipers.
Yeah. But they all have, so like, there's Cottonmouth, there's a California something snake, she's Black Mamba, and you learn at the end that David Carradine's a snake charmer, which is kind of a cool little reveal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so that's pretty much the premise of the film. Is she goes through and she's exacting her revenge on all these people, because not only did they try to kill her, but they killed her would-be husband, Sam Jackson, the pastor and his wife, and their friends. So it was,
and her child.
Exactly,
yeah.
Her child. So what Quentin Tarantino likes to do a lot when we see her, she goes to Vivica Fox's home, and it's actually the second place she's been to. We see a name crossed out the top, which turns out to be Lucy Liu. And so she goes there and she opens the door and she just punches her, and there's this really badass fight between the two. And so so basically she's just going through a hit list to get to Bill, because you're right. She thinks that more importantly is her daughter has been killed, and she never got to be a mother, which what she wanted to be. And you learn later on in the movie, that's when she realized she didn't want to kill people anymore. Is, hey, I have to take care of somebody. This isn't who I want to be.
And Bill's frustrated that she's so good at what she does.
Yeah.
That it's a shame to him that she's not pursuing what she's good at and choosing this family life instead.
Correct.
Which is dumb.
Yeah. And it's, watching this movie again, so I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remembered part 1 very vividly. I remember the beats. When it got to part 2, I was struggling to remember.
Yep.
And I go, huh.
I remember the end really well.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Bill.
Yeah.
Everything leading up to it. I forgot
Yeah.
about Bud.
Yeah.
I remember the Daryl Hannah's fight thing, but I didn't remember the fight. I just remember that they fought.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I felt the same way. And I forgot that Bud was killed by Daryl Hannah.
Yeah.
Because when I'm watching, because it was kind of cool to experience it. Again, because I've seen part 1 multiple times, and then I was thinking, I said, man, have I only seen part 2 twice? Because I got the DVD, so I definitely watched it again. But as I'm watching it, it's been so long, I couldn't remember moments. I remembered, the overarching thing, but it was really cool to experience. And
going back to part 1, like they lifted the black and white filter off the fight at the end, and then something else
which when they did that, I just appreciated KMB so much in that.
Oh yeah, the gore,
and the practical effects, and there's something to be said that you miss that stuff so much when you see it on screen. They're not relying. I'm sure there's some digital camera tricks, but you're seeing a lot of it happen, and there's something really cool about experiencing that again and experiencing it in color.
Yeah, because it seems silly that they even censor it because it's so cartoonish.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the blood level, like it's bright red,
and it's seriously, geysers of blood.
Yeah,
so it's like an anime.
Yeah,
like an anime.
So yeah, it's just weird that in 2004, 2003, 2004, like that's the MPA was like, no, that's too much. Like,
and I did make sure I flipped off Harvey Weinstein's name every time it came on the screen. Don't you hate that?
I thought when I was there, I thought the theater would boo with me, but no.
Oh, you booed?
I was thinking about it, but I was like, if someone else says it, I'll join in. Yeah, but no one did, so it'd be like really weird if I was by myself.
I literally just flipped it off because it's disgusting, and it sucks because when you're there and you're watching it, you realize that he's making money off of you being there and watching this movie.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the producer.
But like he sold. Like,
did he sell it? I don't know.
Like all the Weinstein stuff like belongs to a different company now.
Yeah, I don't know how the residuals work though.
They probably go with like if you don't own it anymore, then you probably don't.
Maybe, I don't know. It's complicated.
Like if you're an actor in the movie, you get residuals, but the owner producer of it probably doesn't get any once they
you're
sell
probably
it.
right. I don't know. Let's maybe put it out there. Maybe someone who's listening knows. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just really cool. Zach mentioned that he kind of liked it in the black and white because it gave it.
Of course,
a different feel, but I actually appreciated it in the color.
Yeah, it's not bad in the black and white.
No. It's just
it's unnecessary.
Yeah, and it's cool seeing Tarantino. He is a cool filmmaker, and his dialogues. I like his dialogue in this more because he doesn't have an over reliance on racial slurs, which I really appreciate. And I don't know, the whole way is that's how people talk. Do they really? I don't know. But it's just a fun movie. It's, kind of pulpy. The action is incredible.
The jumping around is like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
The
extended anime sequence was awesome.
After the credits?
No. The origin story.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that post-credits thing? I was like,
really?
Why is the blood censored? And then I realized it was a Fortnite.
I didn't know it was Fortnite either until I started watching it, and then I recognized the banana guy. And I go, so now earlier in the week, Tarantino blasted Paul Dano. And now I'm watching one of his most popular movies, and he's being a corporate stooge where he's
selling out his movie for a Fortnite tie-in.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's telling the story, but then they're putting in Fortnite characters, and then the Hollywood sign says Battle World. So it really took me out of the movie. I go,
well, luckily the movie's over. But
exactly.
But it was like, okay, so this was originally Like, this was actually a part of your script before.
Yeah.
And you took this scene out and never, like, shot it. Sure.
And then I was kind of disappointed, too, because she mentions in the movie, The Bride, that, you know, the pussy wagon was destroyed. So I was hoping that, you know, Yuki was the one who destroyed the pussy wagon, and they never show it. And then, oh, well. But I did like the car more in the cartoon, because it had just a kitty cat face, and then it said wagon instead of the written pussy wagon.
Yeah.
I thought it was...
Probably because they use that video somewhere else, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm guessing it's going to be in Fortnite, and I think Fortnite's teen, and that's why when you shoot them, it's blue pixels, and also the drug, the blue, I'm guessing is something in Fortnite. I've never played the game. I have no idea.
Me neither, yeah.
Not my type of game. But back to the movie. It's awesome. And actually, I like David Carradine's Bill a lot more in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a bastard, but in so much that it felt more cohesive. You know, there's not that abrupt. And they also don't have the line at the end of part 1 where it says the baby's still alive. So it kind of cuts that moment out. And
I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, and you find out at the end.
Yeah. But I remember just in general from the movie that, like, that's where she ends up. But, like, it was kind of cool, like, even though I forgot so much, like, as I went, I, you know, really, you know, she goes to, like, train for Pai Mei.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, that's right. He's going to get him with the palm punch later.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a total surprise, but
yeah, in the latest Mortal Kombat, there's a fighter named Shujinko, and that's his fatality. And the fatality is cool because they actually mimic the scene and how it's cut exactly the same. So it does the quick punches and it zooms in on his face, and it's pretty sweet. Of course, in the Mortal Kombat, they walk away and their whole chest explodes, but it's still pretty good. And, you know, I love the hyper-realism, you know, where she does the 5-finger death punch or whatever it's called. And he goes, well, I guess it's about time. So he has time to sit there and talk to her. And only when he takes the 5 steps is when it triggers it. It's pretty fun. And, you know, that last moment, too, with her and Bill is really great. Because you think that Bill has adjusted to being this father to BB. And it's not really. He's still a total prick. And he says so. He's a murdering son of a bitch. And it's just cool. And, you know, Daryl Hannah and stuff. Like, I forgot she got buried alive. Like, I couldn't remember that at all. And then
Beatrix did.
Yeah, Beatrix. And then I said, oh, yeah, when she was in there, I said, oh, yeah, I still got to see her go to training. So it all came flooding back to me eventually. Mm-hmm. But you're right. The whole experience was so much better. And I'm really glad that we got to see it because it felt, yeah, it's a long movie. But I've always said, if you tell a story that's compelling, I don't care how long it is. And
yeah, I was frustrated by the intermission. Like, I
wanted to keep going.
Wait 10 minutes for this, like, but I guess people have to go to the bathroom. They can't hold it in for 4.5 hours.
I know, amateurs.
Yeah, so weak. People are weak.
I mean, the only cool thing is I got popcorn for the first half, and then because I went and saw it at 11 in the morning. So I got popcorn, and then I said, you know what? I'm going to get a pizza for the second half.
Same.
Did you? Nice.
Well, flipped around. Like, I was like, I know I went dinner, so I got the pizza, but I was like, I know I'm going to want something later. And the best thing that's going to hold me through is popcorn because it's unlimited. So, yeah, I went for that.
So did you just get the regular popcorn, or what's your go-to flavor there?
Just the regular because it's the cheapest.
Oh.
Yeah. Same with the pizza.
I got spicy ranch this time. I don't think I've ever had it before. It's pretty good.
I mean, they're all good. I've tried them at some point, but
yeah, my kid, he loves the dill pickle. And, you know, when you're by yourself, you keep on eating dill pickle. It's like, eventually it's like, oh man, my cheeks are like tingling.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's fun. And yeah, I had a lot of fun there.
Yeah, definitely check it out. I don't know how much longer it's going to be in theaters, but
yeah.
And it made like $3 million.
Yeah, it's pretty good
for the weekend. That's not bad for a 20-year-old movie.
Yeah, it's super limited release. I think is maybe 1,000 screens. So yeah, if you have a chance to see it, definitely see it because it's the way it should. You should see the film, in my opinion. Say what? Corinne sent us another Showtime?
Hey nerds, Corinne here for another installment of Showtime where I typically tell you all about something cool I've been watching lately. But this week, I'm responding to Ryan's comments from the Captain America Brave New World episode where he threw down the gauntlet and called me out on reading spoilers before the movie came out. So, I did text him my response, but I realized that does not help the public side of the conversation. So I'm also responding on my Showtime. But anyway, Yeah, so remember, I saw Captain America Brave New World on the Sunday of opening weekend. I had plans to see it with a friend that evening. So that means I had to spend 3.5 days avoiding spoilers. And when you're online as much as I am, that's very difficult to do if you don't have like special technology that blocks out certain hashtags and things like that. And I don't have those things, but anyway. I also was watching some reviews on YouTube, and the people I was watching, they did not bother to give spoiler warnings before revealing major plot details like the battle around Celestial Island or the fact that adamantium is in the MCU now. So yeah, that part did not help. But as far as why I personally don't care about spoilers as much as Brad and Ryan do, is I think that a movie or a show or a book should have rewatch value or reread value. And even if you know some of the spoilers going in, that should not diminish your enjoyment of the movie. Maybe it changes it, but it shouldn't diminish it that much. Like, yes, when I went into Endgame, I already knew that Tony was going to die and that Steve Rogers, Captain America, was going to... I don't know if I knew he was going to be an old man or if he was going to, quote, die or something. Something was going to happen to him. I knew that. But yeah, I still had a ton of fun the first time I saw Endgame, and I've had a ton of fun every time I've seen Endgame, even though I knew it was coming. So yeah, personally, it doesn't matter to me whether I know spoilers ahead of time. Now, other people disagree. They don't want to be spoiled. That's fair. And there are some things I don't want to be spoiled for, but an MCU movie, I kind of don't care because, again, like I said, there's not really a lot at stake anymore, and there's not really a lot of surprises that they can guess that people online have not already theorized or predicted or what have you. I mean, frick, Ryan even gave away some comic details about Sentry in the Captain America podcast episode. So yeah, that might impact my enjoyment of Thunderbolts now. What if Ryan just gave away major spoilers? I mean, again, like I said, I personally don't care, but now I know, and now all of you know. But anyway, just a few more thoughts on the Captain America movie and what changes I would have made. I want to spin off of some of the things that Brad and Ryan said in the episode as far as the dynamic between Sam and Isaiah and how we could have done more with that. I totally agree. I really think that the core dynamic of the movie should have been Sam and Isaiah. And I still think that if you had to have, without changing too much of the plot, I think you could have had Thaddeus Ross as president. He did not need to be basically a main character in the movie. He could have had maybe 3 scenes, no Red Hulk stuff, just him as president, him talking to Sam and asking him to restart the Avengers, the whole scene at the White House where Isaiah almost kills him, that kind of stuff. That's all fine. Red Hulk stuff, don't need it. I mean, this was basically a Red Hulk movie that just had Captain America on the front. I don't know why, but we still could have had the leader as the main antagonist, or just anybody who has mind control powers. It doesn't necessarily need to be the leader. But I think that basically the whole first act, if I'm rewriting the movie, the whole first act would be Sam and his dynamic with Isaiah, where Isaiah is like his mentor, maybe even kind of like an honorary father figure, honorary uncle figure, and Sam is like really taking his advice to heart and really treasures his friendship with Isaiah. And at the same time, Isaiah is almost kind of like living vicariously through Sam, because he was a super soldier, but he was, he was criminalized and he was hated by his nation and he was experimented on, and he never got the chance to be Captain America. So now he gets to have that experience through Sam, where he is supporting Sam and mentoring him and sees that the country, for the most part, has accepted him. I mean, at least in my version, it would have. Maybe you could have some aspects of the country that are pushing back on Sam being Captain America, just like they are in real life. But, and then you could also have Sam and his dynamic with Joaquin, where he's kind of mentoring him, that Sam has taken over as the new Falcon, and so Sam is mentoring him the way that Steve used to mentor Sam. But I really think that the majority of the first act should have been focused on the dynamic between Sam and Isaiah and Sam and Joaquin. And you could have a little bit of time where the 3 of them all hang out, just like we got in the movie. And like I said, the scenes that we got in the movie are pretty good. We just should have had more of them. Should have fleshed out the dynamics between the three of them a little bit more. And then, again, we could still have the scene in the White House where Isaiah, maybe other people as well, but mainly Isaiah would attempt to assassinate the president, go on the run, but instead of, oh, I don't know what happened, like I just woke up and I was in a park, like have him still be under mind control, but people don't realize it yet, right? Where he's like, no, I did this on purpose, like I wanted to kill the president, I hate this country, I hate what it did to me, and I'm getting retribution, you know, this kind of stuff, right? And Sam doesn't believe it. Sam's like, what is going on? Like, this isn't Isaiah. Isaiah would never do this. But Joaquin and other people are like, no, we heard the confession. Like, sounds like he was in his right mind, and he was, you know, he's just been plotting this the whole time. He's been biding his time, getting close to you as a ploy to eventually, like, get his way close to the White House and yada yada. And Sam could, like, start to doubt himself. Like, the more time goes on, the more he looks into it, the more he talks to Isaiah, he's like, maybe I'm wrong. Like, maybe Isaiah really is that kind of person. Or maybe he doesn't. Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does as far as, like, Sam's character arc goes, but as far as the plot goes, like, the plot would still work out where Sam uncovers the truth that Isaiah is being mind-controlled by the leader or somebody else, but I do think it would almost be more meaningful if Sam never doubts Isaiah, that he's like, no, I believe that Isaiah would never do this, despite all the grievances he has against this country. Like, he would never hurt an unarmed person. He would never take out his aggression in this way. And then, yeah, like I said, like, Sam would still uncover all the plot about the leader, whoever, in the mind control. And as far as, like, why would the leader or somebody else want to mind control Sam's closest friend and mentor? Maybe they just want to break him down as Captain America. Like, forget the whole thing about Ross, right? Like, forget, like, the dynamic between the leader and Ross. We don't need that for this version of the movie. We need somebody to go after Captain America, Sam Wilson. And the way I would do that as a writer is I would do it through Isaiah, right? Like, making Cap doubt himself, making him question his judgment in his friends, the people closest to him, and his mentor, and in a way, even his country, right? Like, either he stays on the side of his friend, and he is, like, now against the United States because he's like, you're hurting this person that I care about, and I think that my friend is innocent, and you're hurting him, you're imprisoning him for something that he didn't have control over, or you could have him even start to, you know, question his own judgment of, like, maybe I'm hanging out with the wrong people. Maybe I misjudged Isaiah. But yeah, we really needed more focus on Sam in a fucking Captain America movie. Like, what the fuck? It was really just a Red Hulk movie with Captain America slapped on the front. I really don't get that. I mean, is Red Hulk even that big of a character in the comics that they had to have, like, a whole movie secretly dedicated to him? I don't know, but anyway, just wanted to share those thoughts. So I will check in with you guys next time about something. Maybe I'll even check in later in this episode about Paddington, because I do plan to see it, but I have not seen it yet. So yeah, talk to you guys next time. Until then, keep it real, nerds. Bye.
Just kidding, nerds. Present day Corinne here. I, if you couldn't tell, recorded this back in March, and I sent it in for the Paddington episode. But for whatever reason, it didn't make the episode. I think it just got lost in the shuffle or something. I don't know. I don't think it was anything malicious. I think it just happened. So that's fine. But it was still in my files, and I wanted you guys to hear it, so I sent it in now. Just because I'm not planning to record any more showtimes for the rest of the calendar year. You guys already know which TV shows I watch, and they're still good, so there's not much to talk about there. And on the movie fronts, all the new movies I've been watching, if they're worth talking about, they're gonna probably make my Filmsplosion list. So you might as well just wait until Filmsplosion to see what I think about these things. So yeah, I have a few more of these old showtimes that didn't make the episodes that I'm gonna send in. So just, I guess, don't be surprised if those pop up in the coming episodes. But yeah, not planning to send any new showtimes for the rest of the year. You'll just have to hear from me at Filmsplosion 2025. At least that's my plan. So, cool. All right, talk to you guys later. Until then, keep it real, nerds. Bye.
Thanks, Corinne. Man, there was some nerd news this week, Brad.
Big nerd news.
Hey, let's unspool it.
It's real news.
The biggest news of the week is you got your Ninja Turtle set early.
I did.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Was it really cool when you opened it up? I didn't know what the inside looked like.
Well, I took a whole day because I bought the store limited edition one
Yeah.
and then the one that everyone else like gets from Amazon. So I had to decide like which one am I going to keep sealed and which one I'm going to open. I decided to do the limited edition one because everyone wants the poster one.
Yeah.
So if I ever, I'll never sell it. But
Yeah. But if you did,
if I had to,
yes,
it would probably be most sought after. So I was like, I like the different art.
Yeah.
On this one. So yeah, I opened that one, and yeah, I haven't gone through all the discs yet, but I've done the first movie, and it's great watching.
Yeah.
Like,
so sorry to interrupt, but how's it transfer?
well, I don't have a 4K
Oh, that's right.
TV, so
That's right.
on a 1080p TV, it kind of like it's compressing a 4K image into like
Yeah.
it kind of like
Crushes it a little.
no, it's not pixelation, but it's just like there's like white dots that they get accentuated from the film grain, like it's condensing film grain into like smaller spaces, so it just like looks extra grainy, I guess.
Oh.
But if you sit farther back, it's like when I was testing it, I was like right up here,
Yeah.
to see everything. But when I sat back, like everything looks so detailed, and like I could see like more stuff in the
Yeah.
background.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
With the higher resolution, and you notice signs and
other
things
parts
like
of the frame that like, you never paid attention to before. They're suddenly like, oh, taking your eye. But yeah, all the interviews with like Judith Hoag and Steve Barron, it's just like fascinating to talk about because all those old releases never had behind the scenes stuff on them. The only behind the scenes stuff was on that VHS from like 1991 from both movies. So yeah, that's about all I've seen so far. But yeah, just watching like clips from the movie. It just looks so good. I think I popped in 2 to check the image too, and just like I wish I had a 4K TV.
I know. I mean, I got mine from Amazon because I wanted the poster art one, and it shipped already, but it says it won't arrive till next week. I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My Amazon orders have been really weird. Obviously, hats off to all the delivery people right now because they're busting their ass. But they'll say, "Oh, we've occurred a delay." Actually, it's coming today. Oh no, it'll come tomorrow. And so
yeah,
I got a lot of weird stuff coming in.
I've got like that shipped. Like it'll be here in a week, and it just
Yeah.
shows up the next day. It's like, okay, sweet.
I mean, it's cool, but I mean, hats off to delivery people because I don't know how much they're doing. Which is
I've
probably...
had something delivered like every day for the last 5 days because of Black Friday sales.
Yeah, I know. Same. I mean, there's a couple movies I got that are on back order. So my Eyes Wide Shut 4K has been on back order, and the only reason. So normally I'd say, well, I'll just get it at Barnes and Noble or whatever. I don't care, but on Amazon it was half off, so I'll get it for $24. And now if you reorder it, it's $60. So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and just wait till they ship it to me. Again, it's not like I'm clamoring. I'm like, man, I really want to see a really weird fucking erotic movie right now.
Just in time for Christmas.
Yeah, just in time. It is a Christmas movie though.
I'm a little annoyed that the Barnes & Noble 50% off Criterion ended like 2 weeks before Pee-wee comes out.
Oh, it did, yeah.
So I'm like, Pee-wee's worth $34 because it's still like pre-order price, but
Yeah.
also like I like saving money.
Yeah.
So
I know. Next week I have Ninja Turtles and Pee-wee coming. And hopefully my wife's Christmas presents that I've ordered that have not shipped yet.
Oh, all my stuff arrived, honey.
Yeah, sorry. So it's funny. She said, "Hey, my wife. Hey, honey, will you put together a wish list because you're really hard to buy for?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So the only thing I put on my wish list: Switch to Mario Kart. I don't think I'm gonna get it.
Switch to with Mario Kart or separate? Yeah,
with it. Because I think even
I'm gonna buy them separate because I want the physical.
Oh yeah,
Mario Kart.
Well, I'm not gonna get either of them for my wife for Christmas. I will, if it happens, Switch party at my house because I'll be shocked. But she did get me, a new golf club set one time, so you never know.
You never know. She does love you a lot.
She does, but also asking for a $500 gift is pretty garish. So
especially when you only spent $20 on her.
Yeah, I mean 20. She loves
20. That's generous.
No, she loves these. I hope she likes it. She loves these. They're called Loungefly backpacks, and they're like Disney characters and stuff. And she really likes the villains, but I like to get her cute stuff. So there's this really cute one. So last year for her birthday, I got Mickey and Minnie on a picnic, and it smells like cherries or something. This year it's Steamboat Willie, and it it has a little paddle on it that spins, and it's in black and white. It's really cute. So hopefully she likes it. If not, she's going to pretend. No, she won't. There's in that basket right there. This is why I should never go off with the list she sends me. My wife works really hard. She's an ER nurse. And so, she gets pain sometimes in her neck and her back. So I went on Amazon and I found this massager that is warm and cool, and you plug it in and it kneads, and it's really nice. Like, oh man, that'd be really good for her. She says she has neck pain and sometimes gets headaches. I got it for her, so yeah, great. Oh. I don't think she's ever used it. That's what happens when I go off her list. But then she gets mad at me when I just buy everything on her list. It's a no-win situation. I love my wife. The real news this week, totally off topic. The real news this week is Warner Brothers is being bought by Netflix for $82 billion.
And maybe Paramount Skydance for
Yeah.
$103 billion. Sorry.
Well, what's going to happen is the shareholders are going to have to accept Paramount's bid because it's the most money, and they have an obligation to people who own stock in the company to get the best price. So we get one asshole who it's really interesting. The guy who runs Netflix, I always think about where Netflix was and where it is. It started as, hey, we're going to mail you DVDs. And,
Hey, we're Redbox through the internet.
Yeah. And then streaming, oh, cool. And now they're just assholes.
I think they're the better of the two deals, because as much as I love theaters, I don't know, the Paramount, Netflix just wants the Warner Brothers studio stuff. They don't want CNN and all their subsidiary, their gaming thing.
Yeah.
Paramount wants everything.
Yeah.
Which I think is worse. And it's weird that they're arguing that they're not, they're less of a monopoly doing that than Netflix.
Yeah, I think they're actually going to probably run into a problem anyways.
But they're friends with Trump, so he'll be like, sure, whatever.
Yeah, but it goes through Congress though, so
who
I know.
always side with him. So
I know.
Again,
I know. The only issue I have is what everybody has. Netflix looks at it as I have content now. They don't look at it as, oh, look at all these. I have the Wizard of Oz. I have, the Matrix. I have whatever other the DC characters. I have Superman. I have Batman. They don't look at it like that. They look at it, oh, I can put this stuff on here. I can take it away when I want, but now I can have it integrated into our system. And I always think it's bizarre because even HBO Max now, I have it because I like the daily, Last Week Tonight, and I've been watching it, Welcome to Derry. So they have some cool stuff on there. Peacemaker. But you have stuff that, right now it says leaving soon, and it's Batman movies. And you go, what? I have them all. It's not that big of a deal to me. But as a consumer, I've always said there's this lie that streaming services tell you that we have everything you want. It's a lie. They don't have everything you want. Yeah, it's a lie that they have everything you want. They just want you to believe you do. And now with the algorithms, especially on Netflix, I've noticed they have stuff still buried in their servers, but their algorithm, is force feeding me Love is Blind or stuff I've never said I've liked. So I purposely try to fuck with the algorithm and say, oh, horror movies, action movies. Oh, you might like dating cupcakes. I don't know what it is on there, but you know what I mean? Like dating competitions, and it's just content. And we talked about it on the Frankenstein podcast. They just have this thing about them. It's just too clean. And I miss that stuff. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't really matter what I think.
Yeah, you don't get a say.
I don't get a say, and I don't think people that have that much money really give a fuck about us. So
no, it's Also, too, Netflix seems to be sort of amicable to preserving the theatrical experience, depending on certain movies.
Yeah.
But when Paramount Skydance merged, they fired and consolidated a bunch of stuff within their own house.
Yep.
It's another thing. Is it doesn't seem like Netflix is going to do that. They're going to
Yeah,
expand
yeah,
with all the resources that Warner Brothers has.
It's really, I mean, what kind of evil do you want? You know, I was reading an article on Variety, and Skydance and Paramount, they've actually increased their theatrical releases since they bought it 2 years ago, because they plan on having 30 releases next year or something like that.
They say they do.
Yeah, like I said, we'll see
once the deal's done.
Yeah, but then you get the inverse of that is you have Netflix that has saved the Egyptian and what's the other theater? The Paris in L.A. or some other theater. So they've saved that so they can show movies there. But are they going to do what they do with, you know, the J. Kellys or Knives Out? Well, here it is for 2 weeks. We're not going to tell you how much money it makes. But as soon as that 2 weeks is up, it's only going to certain theaters, and then we're going to put it on streaming, and you'll never get it. I mean, why can't we have the Rian Johnson, you know, Knives Out trilogy in 4K? They'll never do it. I mean, they do it for Guillermo del Toro and Scorsese on one of his movies, you know, The Irishman's on Criterion.
Yeah.
So I don't know where they draw the line, to tell you the truth. I don't know.
Yeah. It is weird that the Mayan, like the last 4 or 5 movies I have seen, J. Kelly, Frankenstein, House of Dynamite, like Netflix has owned that theater.
Interesting.
So
I wonder if they have some sort of deal with them.
Knives Out at the Alamo, Knives Out the Wake Up Dead Man at the Alamo. Yeah, they have some deal, but it's just like, it seems like they are open to still, like, they don't seem to be as, like, trying to ruin theatrical as much as people seem to think. But also, it is just concerning when Sarando says, like, oh, watching Lawrence of Arabia on your phone is fine.
Yeah, exactly. And he also said that, you know, when you read between the lines of what he's saying, he says, we're going to leave all Warner Brothers theatrical releases that are supposed to come out in theaters now. We're not going to mess with them. But do you, I mean, me personally, I don't want to see Supergirl on my TV for the first time.
No.
I want to go to IMAX. I don't want to see Superman on my TV. Let me experience it.
How do they think they're going to retain people like Nolan and like people who want to advance technology? Like,
they won't.
Like, I'm not going to shoot this in IMAX if you're just going to show it on TV.
Yeah, and two, you know, and that brings up a good point too. The creators bear some of this responsibility, because I like Adam Sandler, but he hasn't had a movie in theaters because Netflix gives him $200 million. Martin Scorsese, well, Apple's giving me $200 million to make a drama. You know, it's where do we hold the creators accountable for also accelerating the death of movie theaters? Even someone like Del Toro, who talks about he loves physical media, he loves the theater, but you put all your stuff out on Netflix now. So you're telling me, Mr. Del Toro, you don't have enough sway to go into Universal and say, hey, you guys have the Frankenstein franchise. Can I put my spin on it? And what are they going to say to you? No. I guarantee you Universal would put that movie out. Guaranteed. So, you know, there's people, you know, Tom Cruise is one of the people that keeps, you know, pushing for the theatrical experience. In fact, there's a funny article about how he blew off Ellison for Skydance because he says it's costing him too much money for the Mission Impossible. And whatever, I don't care. Are you not going to put this movie out? You know? And so there's a lot of blame to go around. And it's also consumers. And it's not, I'm not talking about you and I, but there is this, I mean, I know you know people. Well, I'll just wait till it comes out on streaming.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to a theater.
Yeah.
But
I hate paying out the ass for concessions. Like, have you seen how big that property is? Like,
yeah, they
got to make money somewhere.
Exactly. And too, you know, I tell people, you know, get the subscription stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's because if you see 2 movies a month, your subscription to whatever, Regal, AMC, Alamo, it'll pay for the subscription. So there is a way, and I think theater owners bear some responsibility, talent bears some of the responsibility, and then these studios bear the responsibility of, what are we trying to do? Are we just creating content, or are we trying to create experiences?
Yeah. And it's annoying too that like Zaslav can run the company in the ground and still walk away with like tons
billions
of money.
and billions of dollars because he doesn't care.
And ruin everyone else like working their lives. Yeah.
He wants reality shows. He made that abundantly clear. I mean, and he doesn't know if he's pitching or catching. HBO Max, then it's Max. Oh wait, now we're back to HBO Max. You guys like Looney Tunes? Nope, we're going to take them off. It's like they don't listen to what people want. It's what on my bottom line, what can I make cheaply and put out there? Because, you know, that's why we wait 3 years for a new Peacemaker series, or because, well, it costs too much money. Why would we do that? And I don't know. It's really disconcerting. And, I care so much about preserving classic movies. And, a perfect example is Ninja Turtles. If you didn't have Arrow come up and say, hey, can we treat these movies the way they should be treated? Because New Line's like, I don't give a shit. You could tell by the transfers from their old Blu-rays. They don't care about those movies.
These are for kids. They don't care.
Yeah, no one cares. But then when you take the time to put them out, we talked about the Garbage Pail Kids. That movie doesn't deserve a release that I got. It doesn't. But there's someone that cares, and then they put it together, and they put it in a way where I bought it because I said, you know what? Even the slipcover in there is really fun. It's like crayons and everything. And
yeah, it's just cool.
It's just cool. And they preserve the film, which is really important.
I've always said like physical release should be like contain the entire experience.
Yeah.
Like from birth to death of that movie.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And and that's I think why people are up in arms, because you can see it slipping away. Where I actually don't think physical media will ever go away. It'll be a lot like vinyl. It's going to be a lot more niche.
Yeah.
And
more
expensive. Which if you're going to put together things like the Garbage Pail Kids or the Ninja Turtles, I'll pay money for them. I don't mind that. But give me a reason, not just these fluffy EPKs that don't tell me anything. When we talk about what we were watching, I saw the greatest interview with a director of all time, and I can't wait to talk. It's awesome. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with Netflix and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do, but it's a bummer.
It is, but what are you gonna do?
It's like they've devalued this whole trend. Like it feels like they've somehow unintentionally devalued their product, where it just feels like people feel like entertainment is like should be free
and it's disposable.
Yeah, like it's like all the people who I'm just gonna pirate it.
Yeah.
Tell me where you work so I can steal your stuff.
Yeah, and when you extrapolate it and you look at all the people that work on this stuff. And I came to this realization. I was at a Broncos game and I went out and I was holding the flag on the field. And when I was there, I realized all the people that are behind the scenes to make it so we go out and watch a football game and are entertained. When we were rolling out the flag, there's these poor ladies working very hard. They're in charge of coordinating it. We get there about an hour and a half before the game, and they're wearing like yoga pants and t-shirts, but I mean not like t-shirts, blouses, and they look really nice. But they're busting their ass. They're trying to unroll these 100-foot long flags. They got idiots like me, and they're like, "How do we hold the flag?" And they have to deal with stupid questions all the time. People can't follow directions, and so we go out there. You do rehearsal, and then while you're walking out there, you see the security guards, the people that are making the food, pushing the food, cleaning the food. The locker rooms next to the football players where people are rolling in all these Gatorades. And it's all these people that have all that stuff. And
for a temporary 3-hour game.
Yeah. And then, so we leave, we come back, and those ladies are in like dress clothes. So not only did they have to deal with dipshits, they have to run and change to look nice, because I'm guessing there's probably some policy with the Denver Broncos where, sure, you can go to the rehearsal in normal clothes, but once the game starts, you better have your blouse and your nice pants on and heels.
You're representing the Denver Broncos.
Exactly.
Walmart's Denver Broncos.
Walmart's Denver Broncos. But that's what people miss. When you watch, a movie, no one cares about the gaffer, but the person that's working there, we do. And that's what you're taking away from. And I don't know.
It's so frustrating to hear like people get angry at Hollywood, like, oh, they're pushing an agenda and they're all so rich at the top. And it's like, you're forgetting like the thousands of craftspeople that like show up, they just do their job. They spend like 14 hours a day, like making foam rubber suits and like cutting, like building sets
and cutting fruit and getting people drinks.
Yeah.
And
craft services.
And people, because Kellen brought up I forget what movie we were watching.
Setting up lights. Ugh.
Yeah. And he said, so Daddy, when they mess up on a take, and I forget what movie it was, it's some action movie. He says, "What I do?" I said, "Well, someone has to come in and reset the whole thing, and make it look like the car didn't crash through there." And he says, "Oh, that sounds like a fun job." I said, "Yeah, that's the job that no one pays attention." And that's really cool. My kid says, "Well, wait a minute. If they make it, then and they mess up, then what do they do with someone who gets blood on them?" Well, guess what? There's a continuity person, and it's the trickle down effect. Yeah, we know who the Tom Cruises and the Emily Blunts are. But what about the dude who...
all those thousands of people in the credits you walk out on?
Yeah.
They do a ton of hard work.
Yeah.
And they don't get to go to the interviews or, like, talk shows.
And then you know the stuff that gets buried. I mean, remember all the VFX artists for Marvel and DC, where they would work really hard on a movie and think, oh, we don't need you anymore. We're gonna just lay everybody off. What are we doing here? You know. Anyways, people are assholes. Okay.
What was that about?
I don't know. My dog didn't like somebody walking by. Woke up my wife. I can hear her walking now. Oh, well. I was trying to get in because then I'll have to fuck somebody up. No, I'm guessing my dog scared him enough.
Should we wait a bit?
No, I think we're all right. Okay. Hey, Callan. Yeah? It's time for bed, buddy. Okay. Yeah, so that's our depressing news of the week. But hopefully, maybe it'll all work out. Maybe after Sarandos gets it, he says, you know what? This is a great property. I can't wait to see what Batman does next in theaters.
You know, I also read they said they knew that Paramount would overbid them, so maybe they went in at 83 or whatever, and maybe if the shareholders say yeah, we're gonna go with Paramount, they'll come back and be like, oh, we're gonna go with 150 or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, they don't care. I mean, how much money does Netflix have? I don't even know.
Also, they say Paramount only has $10 billion in cash anyway, without all the other outside stuff. So they're this seems like a really suspicious deal.
Interesting.
That's the other thing too, is Paramount comes with foreign money, which sucks.
Yeah, gross. Well, maybe the United States government won't let us down, and they'll stop this monopoly from happening.
They always make the right decisions.
Yeah, dude.
Totally unbiased.
Yeah.
Nonpartisan.
Can I have a hug before you go to bed, bud? Right.
Ew, gross.
I'll see you in the morning, buddy.
Okay.
Love you, pal.
Can you smell dead body on your bed?
Gross. Oh, awesome. We watch movies throughout the week in a segment I call What We've Been Watching.
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Brad, what'd you watch this week?
Oh, so much stuff. I go to the theater so often now. I'm pretty close to 200 movies.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm at 195, I think.
Oh, you got this, bro.
Yeah. I went over 200 last year, so I'm pretty sure I'll do it. But the slate is looking a little sparse. Let's see. Did I talk about Rental Family?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So there was a mystery movie called 100 Nights of Hero.
Never even heard of it.
With Micah Monroe and Emma from Deadpool Wolverine. The lady, Professor X.
Yeah, the bad girl.
Anyway, yeah, I fell asleep through a bunch of it. So, but what I saw was really weird and didn't make sense, and it's probably because I fell asleep. But it was like a fable. It felt like just like a fantasy fable thing that didn't have any real solid message behind it. I also saw a Sentimental Value, which is like a Norwegian, I don't know if you saw that SNL, Norwegian with what's his name from Running Man,
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell, yeah. SNL, they made fun of Norwegian movies that are super serious.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Oh, anyway, this movie made me think of that skit. But yeah, it's just Stellan Skarsgård. Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah. I've seen a trailer for this.
Yeah, he's a indie film director, and he's alienated his two daughters growing up, and he wants one of them, who is a stage actress, to be the lead in his film, and she doesn't want to do it because she hates working with him. Yeah,
it's one of those weird trailers where you see it and it doesn't really tell you anything. But
yeah, and Elle Fanning's this other actress that he uses, and but as she goes through the script, she realizes that it was written for the daughter, so she's I can't get a grasp on it.
You know, the Fanning sisters are in movies a lot, and they kind of just do their thing.
Yeah.
Hats off to them.
I also saw Brokeback Mountain for the first time.
Oh.
It was playing at the Bug for one of their screenings. And yeah, it's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
I figured it was, but I just never had an interest in seeing it. But yeah, the hype is it's crazy to think that I just think of it as the best picture of 2005. But it was Crash. So, and do people watch Crash?
Nope.
And the last thing I saw was the Naked Gun version of Downton Abbey called Fackham Hall.
Oh, I saw a trailer for that. I go, is this real?
Yeah.
Is it funny?
It's funny. It's not it's not great funny. Like the trailer, I totally figured it would be like a 21 Jump Street. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna love this.
Yeah.
And it is like, when you realize what the source material is, you're like, okay, yeah. But like a lot of the jokes are just dumb.
Yeah.
But one of the best things are like, they're on like a fox hunt and they start like shooting animals out of the sky. And like first it's like a goose or something, and then like the third animal that comes down is like a full elk. Stupid shit like that.
Where did I see a trailer for this? As recently,
I mean,
Fudge. I don't know what movie I saw. Maybe it's Zootopia. And
I doubt it. Like it's rated R.
Is it?
I think it's rated R. There's some raunchy stuff in there. Yeah, it's a little bit like Downton Abbey and Clue and like just general British movies.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just there's like just a bunch of one-liners of like
it feels
people,
like a movie I should watch though.
People making puns of things. There's this one part where like the Thomas and Mackenzie, like the girl from Last Night in Soho, she like writes a love letter to this guy, and like he's reading it and is like smelling the perfume on it, and like it flashes back to her like writing it and like falls into like a commode. So it's like dumb and gross too, and like she sneaks out of like the mansion to like go to a bar amongst like the townspeople, but like their family isn't welcome there, so she has to hide her identity, and they're always like singing this like local like song, and she's like having to like fill in the words. Yeah, it's just like
it's like a movie I need to see.
Yeah, it's not like a classic, but if you like,
I love stupid movies like that.
Yeah, if you like The Naked Gun and you like think Downton Abbey's stupid, then like,
hey,
yeah,
it's right up my
Ryan
alley.
probably likes this, but I mean, yeah, like
where's it even playing at?
It's at the Mills.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's where I saw it. I think it's the Alamo too.
Where did I see a trailer for that?
I mean, if you've only been in the Alamo, it had to be the Alamo.
Yeah, I mean, it had to have been, right?
Yeah. I still know what movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what movie I saw.
Predator Badlands, maybe?
Oh, maybe it's in front of Predator.
Yeah.
No, I saw that at Regal.
Oh, okay.
I saw it at 4DX.
Maybe it's Kill Bill.
No.
No?
Gosh darn it. Oh, it was Running Man. I saw it before Running Man. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So it looked funny to me. I didn't know they were shooting elks out of the sky. That's funny.
I think that's in the trailer, actually. There's this one part where like the orphan guy is writing, like he's trying to deliver this letter to the Abbey or the Fackham Hall. So he's riding his bike down this like long road, and then she's driving her family car, and they catch eyes, and they're just like staring at each other, like falling in love. And she just like drives into him, and he flips over.
Yes.
He gets out and they talk, and then like she drives away, and he like looks up into the tree, and like his bike's all like hanging from it. He has to walk the rest of the way.
See, they need more movies like that.
It's so dumb. It's great.
I just love dumb shit.
What'd you watch?
Yeah, I watched quite a bit of stuff too. We didn't really talk about Zootopia. I watched Zootopia too.
Oh yeah, I did.
It's a great movie. It's I mean, besides being a total woke Disney movie, it's really great. I think Kiwi Kwan is really great in it as the snake. Yeah, animation's incredible. I love the character of Judy Hopps, and it's fun to kind of revisit the stuff.
How dare they tell a story about how a bunch of rich people gentrified a neighborhood
and pushed people out and made them the villains. Just like Zootopia, I also watched Ilsa, She-Wolf of the SS. I totally got it based solely on the cover art. The cover art is some woman in a Nazi uniform with her cleavage showing and a swastika behind it.
Hot.
And then I flipped it over on the back, and Gene Siskel said it's the most depraved movie he's ever seen. So right away I go, you know what? This is a guy who hated Friday the 13th, and he hates all violence, so I'm going to totally get this movie.
Ringing endorsement.
Yeah. He tells me it sucks. I'm totally going to get it. So I put it in, and, I get my popcorn. I'm at home, and my kid's asleep, but he's, 2 levels up from me from my basement. So I turn the sound bar up, and the first thing is, it's this chick getting fucked, and it's totally softcore porn. And the premise is, so Ilsa is taking people from a concentration camp, whether they're Jewish or an American guy, and they have to pleasure her. If she doesn't orgasm, she castrates him. So, yeah, that's the fucking premise of this. And then they talk about how women can endure pain more than men, and they cut up like the other women in the camp, and they just blow over the whole they murdered a bunch of Jewish people. But in a weird way, it's like, I wouldn't say it's a good movie, but it's entertaining because it's kind of stupid. It's if I went to a drive-in in the 70s, this would totally be a movie I'd picture playing there.
Yeah, that's what I get. Yeah.
And the movie is whatever. You have to totally look past the atrocities that the Nazis really committed. And I found out there's 4 more of these, but she's not a Nazi. She's in Siberia, and the other one is it's Middle Eastern. So they're all coming out on Kino Lorber, so I'll probably get them just because they're bizarre. And I mean, there is tons of nudity in them. It's probably the most nudity I've ever seen in a movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you've watched a lot of nudity movies.
I sure have. But the best part of this whole disc is there an interview. It's from a DVD or a DVD era from the director, and it is chef kisses of an interview because this guy doesn't give a fuck. So they interview him, and he's talking about. He said, "Yeah, you've seen Boogie Nights, right?
Yeah,
with John Holmes and So Boogie Nights is Paul Thomas Anderson, Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I know the movie, but I don't know if I've actually watched it.
So John Holmes has like a 12-inch cock.
What?
Yeah,
how's that possible?
So this director directed
a little small, if you ask me.
Directed John Holmes, and so he says, "Yeah, John Holmes would walk around with his big old dick flopping around," and I go, "Wait, what am I watching?" And then he says, "Yeah, I like to make good movies," and they offered me Ilsa, and I read the script. I'm like, "What a fucking piece of shit this is." And I told the producer, I read he died of, I think, esophageal cancer, so he talks like this, and obviously smoked like 800 cigarettes a day. And I walked up and I said, "I'm not making this fucking piece of shit." And it's just kind of jarring because when you watch a director, I never hear him talk like that. And he says, I like to make movies, and I'm just not going to do that. And then the guy takes out hundreds and he starts putting them on the table and says, "Are you sure you don't want to make this movie? Are you sure?" And then the whore in me comes out. I was like, "I'll make this fucking movie." And he talks about how it's a total fucking piece of shit that he decided that he's going to he shot it in 9 days. And I mean, it's competently made. I go, "Oh, maybe these guys were onto something." So it's a really funny interview. And so the next one, I don't even know the name of the next Ilsa that's coming out, but he directed it as well. And there's a second part of this interview with him. So I can't wait to fucking get it. Because it was like 40 minutes too. So it's a pretty substantial interview. But yeah, he talks about how, basically I was just picking chicks with big tits, and I was putting I go, okay, this guy doesn't give a fuck. And there's a commentary on there I haven't listened to yet, but something tells me I should listen to the commentary of him talking about what a piece of shit Ilsa, because he talks about, I made other movies and only when people remember is this piece of shit. So good for him.
Sorry, while you're talking, it flashed back to Fackham Hall. Another thing is the patriarch of the family. He has a servant that just is his hands for him. So if he wants to smoke a cigarette or cut a cigar, this other guy has to come through his arms and be his arms.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. So Vinegar Syndrome, we're lucky we have a Vinegar Syndrome store here in Denver. For Black Friday, they had 50% off their used Blu-rays. Mm-hmm. And they have a little cubby in the back where it's just Vinegar Syndrome Blu-rays. And so I was flipping through it, and I found this one called Nurse Sherry. And I flip on the back, and they talk about how it was this lost movie, and it's really cool. It's about this nurse who's possessed by the demonic spirit of a cult leader, and she kills people. I go, "Oh, cool, man. That sounds awesome."
Nope.
And she doesn't kill that many people.
Nah.
And even the cover art's really cool. I mean, it only cost me $6. It's not, and the special features are really cool on it. But I go, "Oh man, I thought this was going to be totally over the top violent." I mean, there's a couple in it, but nothing that great. It wasn't like Ilsa, where I'm seeing penises cut off and flesh cut off of women to see how long they can stand pain.
She's at a hospital. She has access to all these crazy utensils.
I know. You think she'd just use them? I got my 4K of His Girl Friday, which is a 1940 film starring Cary Grant. It's one of the funniest movies ever. It's really famous or infamous. I don't know which one you want to go with, but the script was 242 pages, and the movie is only an hour and a half long because they talk so fast and they talk over each other. So it's like, creating a newsroom. And it's a remake of a movie called The Front Page. And
what's with Hollywood and all these remakes?
I know. But what's cool about it is, so the Criterion comes with both movies. Oh,
wow.
Yeah, The Front Page came out in 1937, and it's almost the same dialogue, but it's an hour. It's like another 15 minutes longer. So, but what also too, it's two men in The Front Page. Howard Hawks, when he remade it, he cast a woman to be Cary Grant's foil, and it's interesting because the dialogue is almost the same, but when it's the dynamic of a woman and a man, and she's divorcing him and she's getting married to a new guy and she's trying to quit the newspaper business, and Cary Grant's sucking her in with this murder. This guy's going to be executed for murder, and it's really fascinating to watch both of them. And the movie's great. If you want my one that doesn't have 4K, you're more than welcome to have it. I'd rather give it to someone who wants to watch it than get like $2 for trade-in for it.
Sweet, yeah, I guess I'll take it.
Sweet. But yeah, it's a really cool movie. I know Corinne doesn't really like it because it's one of those movies where at the beginning it's kind of jarring because they're talking like so fast. But once you watch it, it's really great. It's really funny. And Cary Grant, he's not like a nice guy in it. He's kind of an asshole. So he plays against type a lot. And yeah, and Rosalind Russell, who's the woman who plays Hildy in it. Oh man, she's the unsung MVP of the movie, because what makes it really cool is by putting her in with all these newspaper men, and she's the best writer, and she, not only does she keep up with them, but she throws insults at them too. It's a great performance. And yeah, it's a really well made movie, and it's really funny, and people should see it. And the only other two things I watched, my wife told me that The Muppets Christmas Carol is better than Mickey's Christmas Carol, so we watched both of them. And Mickey's Christmas, I mean, I've seen them multiple times, but Mickey's Christmas Carol is still better to me. It's
shorter.
Yeah, it's like 26 minutes. It tells the same story. It doesn't have Michael Caine singing. I do like Rizzo the Rat in Muppets Christmas Carol. There is a charm to seeing the Muppets always. But to me, I think it's more charming to see Mickey, and when Tiny Tim in Mickey's Christmas Carol is really cute, and then when you see him dead and Mickey crying at his grave and putting up the cane is really powerful, and Pete as the Ghost of Christmas Future is really great. But the Ghost of Christmas Future and Muppets Christmas Carol, the design is really impressive. So yeah, they both have their positives. I just like Mickey's more. Yeah, that's what I watched this week.
Cool.
Next week, Brad, we're not seeing a movie. We are going to treat...
Does that break our streak?
No. We're still seeing movies. Our episode's going to be special. So we love Dick Van Dyke, and he's celebrating his 100th birthday this coming Saturday.
December 14th?
13th. So we are big fans of the Dick Van Dyke Show, and I thought what better way to celebrate than revealing our 10 favorite episodes of the Dick Van Dyke Show each. I'm guessing there might be some crossover here, but as I've been watching them, I realize there's so many great episodes of the Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, it was so hard.
Oh, man, I left some off that... I'll just say this one. I love the teacher's pet tree, where Laura goes to school again, and the teacher's in love with her, and Rob is jealous. And I want to put on so bad, but there's so many great episodes that I don't know. I'll talk about it next week, but or in 3 days when it drops. I don't know how you're going to edit them. I don't know what you're going to do. I know you wanted to put it out on his birthday. So if you put this one out before we record this one, it's going to sound really weird.
I think I will, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have faith in you. I'm just saying, I don't know how you're going to do it. Yeah, so we'll still be at the movies, though. You'll still see us if you're out and about and you're saying, hey, I know those guys. We'll still be at the movies. It's just we wanted to celebrate someone I think that's huge.
Very influential in our lives.
Yeah, very. So, yeah, until next week when you hear us on the podcast, don't trip over the ottoman.
Well, real nerd. who shine. And a real nerd can follow the plot. And a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram at Real Nerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it.